Okay, so I have my keyboard covered up in plastic. Well, it's the old plastic. You can see what letters I'm using and so on and so forth. Let me the light on here, maybe a little more. You really can't see what letters I'm using. Anyway, um, yeah, these letters I've been using over here, space bar a lot, the shift key. Not so much as the number keys over here, not so much as the F keys, whatever, but, the keys over here, the H and all these keys, and right here, the space bar, the shift key, enter key. And what you really need to do is you take the old plastic off, right? And when you put the new plastic on, you want to put tape on the back of it, right? You want to put tape on the back of it to cover it up so that water, dust, you just want to cover up the back of it with tape, with tape, so that, you can just cover it up so that water and dust and, I keep my keyboard covered up so that water doesn't get into it. The letters don't get, used. The letters don't get all grimy from the oils on your fingertips and, shit like that. So I'm going to put on some new. All you really need is tape, scissors, and plastic wrap. All you really need is tape, scissors, plastic wrap. You cut the plastic wrap to cover up your keyboard. You use the scissors to cut the plastic wrap off, right? And you covered up your keyboard, right? So I have plastic on my keyboard so that, I don't have, the letters don't get used up, you see how the space bar is always being used, the shift key, the enter key. Not so much, but I just like to have it covered up so that dust, food particles, water, whatever I'm drinking next to my keyboard, some of that stuff doesn't get put onto my keyboard and get ruined inside the electronics part, whatever. So I like to keep my keyboard covered up in plastic so that nothing bad happens to it. I'll show you what it looks like after everything's all done. You see how I've taken the plastic off of my keyboard? Everything looks all brand new. Everything looks all brand new, like I've just taken it out of a box, whatever. And then I'm going to cover it up in plastic wrap. I took the old plastic off, You see how the letters are still there, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to just cover it up. I'm going to cover up my keyboard in plastic wrap so that the letters don't get ruined, the arrow keys don't get ruined, all of these, the space bar, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to cover it up in plastic wrap so that so that water doesn't get into it. Water, dust, food particles, like I'm eating like a bag of chips or donuts or something or whatever, food particles, doesn't get inside the thing. So I'm going to cover it up in plastic wrap. Be back in a few. I got the plastic on the thing, the table. And what you want to do is you want to take and then what you do is you continue to wrap up your keyboard in plastic. You just keep wrapping it up, wrapping it up, wrapping it up. And then once you're done, you just, you have everything all nice and neat, right? You take the plastic wrap and you wrap your keyboard all up so that your keyboard doesn't get ruined by like food, coffee, beer, water, soda, shit like that, right? So if you're having coffee or beer, soda, water, coffee, beer, soda, or if you're eating like a bag of chips or having your coffee and donuts, coffee and cereal, whatever, you always want to keep your keyboards wrapped up in plastic so that nothing bad happens to them. Covered up in plastic, right? Then what you do with these end pieces, fold one over, you tape them up, right? bottom up. Do the same with the top. You do the same with the top, right? Have it all taped up, and now you have yourself a brand new looking keyboard, right? Brand new keyboard, right? So water doesn't get into it. Water, coffee, juice, soda, beer, bag of chips, dust. None of that stuff gets into your keyboard because you covered it up in plastic wrap, right? If you're having coffee, soda, water, beer, dust doesn't get into it. Dust. When you're typing, the letters won't get all used, whatever. You always want to keep a keyboard covered up in plastic. That's a hack. How to hack your keyboard. How to hack your keyboard. Always keep your keyboards covered up in plastic so that nothing bad happens to it. Always keep your keyboards covered up in plastic so that nothing bad happens to the keys. Beer, coffee, soda, water won't spill into the keyboard itself and make your keyboard get all ruined, so that you don't have to go out and spend anywhere between $30 to $100 or more for a fucking brand new keyboard. So yeah, always keep your keyboards covered up in plastic. Always keep your keyboards covered up in plastic so that nothing bad happens to it. It'll only cost you a couple bucks for a pair of scissors, a couple bucks for some tape, a couple bucks for tape, and maybe $5 or $6 for a plastic wrap. Go out to the grocery store, get yourself. I'm saving you guys some money so that you don't have to go out and spend between, I don't know, $50 to over $200 or more for a brand new keyboard. All you really need is scissors, tape, and plastic wrap. That's all you ever need. It's all you ever need. All right, life hack. Peace out.